guys.
Hey, everybody.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
It's been a while since we've done the BlazBlue.
The BlazBlue.
It's spelled that way.
I know there's
I'm
no
gonna
E,
keep
I'm
making
aware.
the joke.
Yeah, you're welcome to.
I'm just gonna keep calling it BlazBlue.
So, we're doing the BlazBlue.
Last time we did... Go into the thing so I can remember who we did.
Last time we did Noelle.
Yeah, we did Noelle.
So we started with Ragnarok, we then did Ragna. Then we did Jin, then we did Noelle, and I think we decided that because we're swinging like a pendulum, we're gonna go over here.
That's not why we decided it, though.
And hit Rachel.
Yeah, anyways, it was that we did Ragna because we thought he was the main character, then Jin was clearly important to him, and then Noelle was important to Jin, and then Rachel just seems important to all the plots.
So we're just gonna go ahead and go in, and we're gonna do it. Let's do this.
We did both do some practice to try and get her stuff
The current head of the Vampire family, Alucard, living a mundane lifestyle in giant capital with only her butler, Rachel, decides to travel.
She travels to the city everyone's in. Is the cat her butler?
I think the cat might be her butler.
She
also has that little
demon
that blubbles around her.
It's also a cat.
I'm gonna move the mic ever so slightly. Sorry if you guys can hear it. There we go.
Well, anyways, her stuff is all based on having her little minions do things for her. There's a lot of setup where she can toss things out and have them do stuff to you. And she doesn't really have range.
I accidentally clicked the pink one, by the way.
Oh, that's fine.
I forgot how to pick the normal colored one.
I think it was like square.
Yeah, I think it is. Okay.
But that's fine. I like the pink.
Yeah, the pink is a really nice color scheme, honestly.
But yeah, like, we both practiced as her, and Josh was clearly getting her down better. And we were doing, like, we were trying to be, like, methodical about it. Like, we both fought as her, and then one of us fought against the other as a different character, and then we set it up in the training room and put her against haku-men for, like, a while. So Josh is, like, as prepared as we ever have been. Like, or more
for this
so.
particular character, anyway.
Yeah, because neither of us could figure her out to start. She was really tricky.
Yeah,
and
she's got some stuff going on. Definitely.
And this is a hard game sometimes, so
she's
we
a very
know.
Specific character.
We know when we get to the final fights that someone's going to have their AI turned up to like max for no damn reason.
I'm hoping that the warm-up that I'm going to get is enough here. So
yeah, we have been more prepared for BlazBlue recordings than we are for like anything ever. We normally bumble head on into things, but BlazBlue is like, oh shit, this is bad. And after that first video where we took like an hour to beat like Ragna, like we were like, yeah, no, we're going to make sure we do this correctly. Because it's just too much.
Yeah,
like just the AI. The AI in this is actually really good.
It's kind of a lot, honestly.
Yeah, like the AI is adaptable. It's weird.
It feels like it is. I don't actually know if
it might be reading inputs, I think was what you said.
I think some of the later stuff might be reading inputs, yes.
Yeah.
Like as
Not
they
in
happen.
this fight yet.
No.
Fight.
As they happen, I think some of the late bosses in the game can totally read inputs.
Yeah. But this one's the first one, so...
she's got some issues where it's like, Rachel does have very little in the way of actual range.
And motion
but it feels like her stuff is determined, like you're supposed to get ranged stuff going on. What the hell is up with this? She's not coming anywhere near my spikes. What a jerk.
Yeah, well you set down those lightning rods and then you can zap them later. And that's not really the same as range. Because it's not like she can shoot things.
Like, she has the cannonball to put him out there.
Yeah, and that'll hurt. That's about it,
It has a big arc on it, and it doesn't go very far, honestly.
Oh, that's quite a remark.
How dare you be an adult?
You seem a slut. That's what she's saying.
I guess. Maybe a little bit.
Which is probably, like... I don't know. Like, this is probably not an actual child. She probably knows what she's talking about. And she's being awfully rude about it.
Where ignorance is bliss, 'tis folly to be wise.
Wait, what?
That's what this area says.
Oh, okay. Oh boy, this thing's the second thing we fight. Have we had to fight this in arcade mode at all?
Yeah, like almost every character I'm pretty sure has had to fight him.
I don't remember, but he seems like he's gotta be part of the plot in some really distinct way, right?
I don't think he is, because he
looks like he'd be a boss, but he hasn't been?
So far, he hasn't actually been like a boss in any way, no.
It's
He's
very
just been
strange.
a dude, like a normal fucking dude.
So one thing we learned is that that frog. Can you bring out the frog?
That
That
Richard
frog's
the 13th.
yeah, George the 13th.
George the 13th.
That frog's got a name. I don't know the names of the umbrella or the potato. I know they have them. I don't think the lightning rods count as beings that would get names. But like she's got
Oh no, they
friends.
have a specific name, but it's not like a living
Yeah.
being or anything.
Yeah, so this guy's not like we're waiting for a point where we start getting dialogue with someone and then hoping that'll hint us towards who we play next. Because we're trying to do it like in a sort of order determined by what we conclude in the plots.
Yeah.
I was expecting this guy to be a boss. Of
Oh
some
no,
sort.
no, yeah, he's just a normal dude.
He's just a
We've had to
scrub.
fight
He's
him,
just
like,
a
3
chud.
times. I swear to God, we've had to fight him in every single story mode we've done so far. He's just around. He doesn't do anything. He's just some guy.
He's just a river slime.
Yeah, he's no
something.
phase. He's literally no phase.
Yeah, that wind thing, by the way, is either really useful or really confusing, depending on if you know how you're doing this. And, like, you can just vault yourself over shit or pull people into the lightning rods and stuff, but, like, if you don't know what you're doing with it, it's like, what the fuck? There's just a button that doesn't do anything. That was our initial reaction when we got this game anyways.
Yeah,
There
it
you
seemed
got
like
him.
like the wind wasn't super useful at the time. Yeah, he's got a little bit of health left still.
Yeah.
He's invisible.
Yeah,
There
well,
we
when
go.
you get too close to Rachel, her basics are actually kind of decent.
Yeah, but she has to be like really close. in
Yeah,
there.
like, you
maybe
don't-
I'm missing something about the character because I can pull out her pumpkin minion is like her long distance, but he's super unreliable.
Yeah, like
He moves in a straight line. Like
you
you can
haven't even
kind of get
shown
him
the
to move.
pumpkin.
Yeah, I did. I did it in that
you?
fight.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't see him. I wasn't paying attention then.
Don't worry about it.
But like, you don't want people too close to you. But when they get that close, like she's got things that'll just sort of like, basically just whirl around and just try to get you away.
Yeah, like there's a lot of stuff going on with her that is like if you're super close in, like if you're right on top of Rachel, it totally does do a ton of damage. But you have to be so on top of her, it is ridiculous.
It's weird. Also,
you-
her electric chair thingy sometimes can be comboed past. I'm not sure what determines that. But I was able to break through
No,
it
it's literally just you have to literally be on top of it for it to happen.
There have been times when, like, we've had one of us use it while the other is launching into it, and it still hits, but then it was as Noelle specifically that I was able to, like, kind of, like, slip under it or
Well,
something.
Noelle has a lot of comboing going
Yeah,
on
like,
to begin with,
maybe
so,
it's
like,
just because it was in the middle of a combo.
it's probably all of it.
Like, I don't know, like, quite how that kind of thing works in general in fighting games. Like, you'll use terms that I don't fully get, like super armor and stuff, and it's like, I don't really know. I can just sort of piece
Well, they're
things
all
together.
very like obvious what they do mean. Super armor is armor you have during a super.
No, I would have thought that meant, like, just really strong armor.
No,
But, like, why
Super
would a
armor is armor you
character-
have in during a super?
It would just tell me that one character has a really high defense stat, is what that would
No,
suggest.
there's no defense stat
Yeah, that's why it's confusing.
because it's not an RPG.
No, because you're implying
Oh, well, I
with a
just
term that there's stats that I was pretty sure there aren't.
No. Okay, a point of armor is where you can't be hit during an attack. A super
An invincibility frame?
armor, not the same, but similar, I guess.
Yeah, see, the terminology is different in fighting games than in any other thing I've ever done, and it's confusing. It's not intuitive.
I don't.
Not always.
I guess, I don't know.
I think you're just used to it, so it feels right to you.
Maybe.
But it's like, before we started doing these, I don't play any fighting games other than, like, Smash Brothers, and that doesn't really count in the same way. Things are different in that.
Alright, I did the pumpkin.
Yeah,
yes.
It just...
Yeah,
the
it took me
pumpkin...
forever to even realize that guy was like there.
Yeah, like, it pops out, and then it, will just kind of float around harmlessly, and then when you activate your win, you can smash it into things, and it hits up.
Yeah.
Very strange. Oh.
It's okay.
Okay.
I got it. Sorry if we go
Yeah,
a little
we
bit
did.
quiet. I am trying to like focus.
Oh
real
yeah, yeah,
hard.
no. This game requires focus.
Yeah. I mean, I need to focus, but
Yeah, no, I don't. But also, I mean, I can't just. I mean, I guess I could just ramble on my own if you really
can.
wanted.
Like, if you want to talk about character designs or something.
Well, I think we've remarked on Rachel before, and like we've had arguments about whether a vampire and a succubus are the same thing. Whatever.
Have we had that discussion?
Yes. You've claimed that Japanese vampires are succubi.
They're almost indistinguishable. Yeah.
I don't know. The wings
Japan
on
is
the
kind
hips
of weird
thing,
about
though.
it. Yeah.
wings
Japan's
on the
never
hip.
quite sure if they're talking about one or the other because it's a Western monster.
They're both Western monsters.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but Japan also has like mermaids, and people forget about that. But it's like there's not really an idea of a Japanese mermaid. It's just if you say mermaid in Japan, you're talking about a Western mermaid, which they don't entirely understand. So they don't pick up a lot of mermaid mythology, like
they
the
don't
things where
have
they murder
manatees
people.
there, so they wouldn't know.
You felt like you were lacking something, so you wanted to be loved by others.
Okay, that's weirdly specific,
Yeah.
but also we still didn't get any real dialogue.
Yes, yeah. I mean, the closest you can really get to a mermaid, like a traditional mermaid in Japan, would be like a kappa, I guess. But those technically
No, those aren't mermaids.
they aren't mermaids in any way.
They're more like lagoon creatures.
Like creatures from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, if you want to say the full name out.
Touching the mic. There's going to be a Creature of the Black Lagoon movie.
Excuse me.
Weird. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
a new one.
So no dialogue.
I know.
You look like you just got
Oh,
potty
that
trained,
thing talks
and
to
you're
us?
already trying to hit on the princess.
She's a princess.
You're really asking.
Well,
for
she's the head of
Is there
the
something
family
next to
Alucard.
Wouldn't she be the queen then?
I don't know.
Right after we passed you, my sister started to act weird. Did you do
The
something
sister
to
is
her?
the doll.
No.
Yeah.
Perhaps your sister is afraid of bats.
Huh. Potato.
Why do you put the
Oh, it's not a cat with wings. It's literally
No,
a
he's a
bat.
little bat. Yeah, I said he was a little demon. He's a little bat.
You were a witch, but I guess
I
was wrong.
I don't know. He's way rounder than a bat would
Reaction
be.
to anyone
I just thought he was a flying cat.
Yeah, no, he's a little bat.
Who are you?
Well, anyways.
He's a fat little like pillow bat.
Yeah. But anyways, the doll is reacting.
Yeah, well, the doll's probably, I don't know, eldritch in some way. She looks
Yeah.
eldritch.
Did she do something to it? Perhaps. Like she's not
Probably.
saying she did, but
She
she's
explicitly
a trippy.
told the guy, like, no, I didn't do anything.
Yeah. Well, she could be lying. She's
I mean,
a trippy vamp.
sure, yeah.
Like she
She's
could.
an Alucard.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter what she says necessarily. She could just
Not
be,
necessarily.
you know, she just doesn't want to deal with them.
Yeah, I mean, that is a potential.
So this is one of our candidates for who to fight as next. Maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah. You know what I realized?
What?
Her shoes.
Yeah, she's got big old platform shoes.
They don't have a heel to them. She has to balance entire. They're pony shoes. Have you
Little
never
bit.
seen that?
Yeah, I've seen those before.
Yeah, yeah. It's like supposed to like the footprint is basically a hoof,
A little bit.
sort of.
They're just platform shoes. She's just wanting to wear them to be very tall.
They're usually kind of fetishy when they look like that. They're
A
also
little
very
bit.
hard to balance on, but she has wings and shit. She don't care.
Well, she can also fly, so it's like...
Yeah, she doesn't
It's
actually
there.
care about practicality, and it's fine. She's like a weird monster thing. But there's those like weird horse hoof shoes are usually there's usually weird context to them that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I guess.
Usually ball gags and shit.
I guess.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
gonna say anymore.
I'm
I just noticed.
I'm not barely listening right now because I'm
Okay,
trying to
okay,
fight, but it's
okay.
like I'm just getting pieces of it, and I'd rather you didn't talk about
Yeah,
whatever
I'm
it
not.
is you're
I'm not
talking
going
about.
to continue. I'm not. It's just she's got weird shoes, and those would be awfully hard to walk in. But yeah, no, this fight is happening.
Yeah.
So this is our first candidate for playing next, and we're definitely going to need to practice with him because he's even more confusing to us. Okay, you broke
Come
the
on.
doll.
Ah, fucker. Yeah, I was trying to hit him with that, but it's like he didn't want it. He knew what was happening. He knew what was coming because he wasn't going anywhere near those rolls.
He's a lot like Rachel in that like he uses like a minion sort of, and his
Kind of.
close-up shit is kind of garbage, but his setup is permanently there. He starts with his setup, and you have to
well, with
to
his
deconstruct
main
it.
doll anyway.
Yeah.
Person is too
It's interesting.
dangerous, sis. I'm sorry, but we're going to have to retreat for now.
Is she gonna talk? I hope she can talk.
Again, I'm really
No.
sorry that I play Rochelle like fucking like trash. By the way.
It's okay.
Some training. A few years of training.
Huh? Wait, he
don't
can't even. I thought it said play with himself at first. I was like,
No.
what? Ew.
Oh.
And then it was like he can't even play himself.
Yeah.
Like, does she think he's lying to her poorly? Because I don't know what he would have
She
done.
thinks he's pretending to be the person that he is.
Do you?
He says he's
Do you think he's the
Batman, and she's
doll
saying
and-
he's not Batman. I don't think he's the doll. I think
And
what she's
he's
trying to
pretending to be a
imply is
little
that he's
boy?
pretending to be like the hero of justice.
Okay.
And that even though that's technically what he is, he's really bad.
Oh
at
yeah, that's all we
pretending
know
to be it.
about him. Is that like he was like a military academy kid who decided to just be a vigilante
Yeah, something like
instead.
that.
And this guy is with some organization that is not quite an ally or an enemy of the academy or the library.
The library specifically, yeah.
Yeah. We get no dialogue with him, so he either doesn't really care about Rachel or like doesn't really know.
Yeah, I don't think he has any opinion of her one way or
And
the
she
other.
doesn't seem to have an opinion on him so much. She'll say something at the end.
Possibly.
I really expected her to respond to Noelle in some way.
Yeah, I
So,
mean she didn't,
I don't know.
so like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's that pumpkin. It lasts for 3 wind blasts. We
Yeah,
figured
so
out.
I kind of just gotta make sure that I have everything going at the right time.
Don't come in. Don't come in.
Hey, come here, Iron Tagger.
Yeah,
Don't come in.
he's perfect.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have the stuff enough for it though.
Do the small one. There's a small one, right?
Yeah, but I didn't want to do the small one.
Okay. I don't know.
George the 13th.
Nice. You're getting good with the wind and stuff.
Yeah, I mean a little bit.
Yeah, like there was practice that went into this. We almost never practice anything.
Yeah,
by
I'm
the
just
way.
trying to like fucking get his stuff out. Like I'm trying not to die to Iron Tagger, basically.
Have we ever had difficulty with him in the past?
Yeah, I think we had a little bit of difficulty because he's large in part just kind of a grapple character, which in this game is like really fucking specific and kind of difficult to be honest.
Yeah, but
He's harder to beat down than the other guys because he's bigger.
Okay.
He's probably got more health, honestly, but he's way slower, so it shouldn't be
He's
too bad.
he's usually early enough in the arcade mode that he's not like at max though. At least.
Yeah, I mean he's not like a boss. Or
He's
nothing,
not.
Sure.
He's hasn't been the first thing we fought in any of them. I don't
think so,
But
yeah.
he's not like final anyway.
Yeah.
He looks like he could be like a mini boss though, right?
He's designed to kind of look. He looks like Vash the Stampede, honestly.
As
I
a
can
whole.
believe he was like a weird scientist more than anything.
Yeah, no, that's the vibe we've gotten off him. But at the same time, it's like if you came like. If you were, like, crawling a dungeon and he was standing in front of a door, you'd think, okay, I gotta fight him, but this clearly isn't the boss. He's not big enough and he's not evil looking. He's just kind of regular big. He's like, I could believe this is a human. Maybe? I mean, he's an Oni, but, like, he's...
Yeah, well, he's literally just an Oni.
Yeah, but he's not, like, a fucking nuclear beast or something. Like,
No,
he's
yeah.
not that kind of medicine.
Probably not.
Although the bosses in this game are like a little girl and stuff.
Well, so far, yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to say, but like he doesn't look like he looks like he should be in the middle of things. I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling because we've got to
maybe
get
a
through
little
this.
I like Iron Tiger. I like his design.
Oh
I think it's
yeah, no.
interesting.
He's not bad. He from the things we've seen of him,
Yeah,
like
and big old Grapple Man is
he
always a good
just seems like a
character type.
guy. He's okay.
I believe only 30% of it is truly necessary.
Huh.
Compensating.
Man, she
So he
just
built his body, though. He is a Frankenstein.
she could mean that he lifts weights.
I mean, maybe.
Bodybuilders, man.
Yeah, but she is
Anyways.
tearing into him a little bit.
Yeah, no, she's full of sick burns.
Little bit.
I didn't like her when she was just sort of the mysterious plot girl who's just kind of snooty, but now that she's like getting sick burns in on people, it's like, okay, I like you a little more.
Yeah. So now we're in Kagetsuchi.
Yeah.
We get to fight cats. You get to fight a cat.
Yeah, no dialogue for us here either. No one has really been, like, interacting with Taukaka much. She just shows up and seems to be
they
here.
actually interact quite a bit with Taukaka. Have you not been paying attention to the stuff that they say?
No, like, they talk. But
She
have
has
we
unique
had-
dialogue with every character that we've had come in so
like,
far.
she did not have dialogue at the beginning of this fight.
No, not that kind of
Yeah,
dialogue.
no, like, she hasn't with anyone, is what I'm saying.
No, her intro is different for every character, though.
I think they're all different. It's just we can't hear them because we talk over them.
I mean, yeah, maybe, but I don't know. That's not been my interpretation of it thus far.
Well, I was under the impression that we could, when we were doing practice for this, when I want to say it was when you were playing Rachel and I was playing Noelle. Noelle's opening line was "You look familiar."
I mean, maybe.
There's ones like this for I'm assuming all of them, where they're all like in relation to each other something. But the Taukaka hasn't really been in anyone's plot so much. It's just you have to walk through the city and she's here with her cat
A
friends.
little bit. I think this is like a family. I'm not sure.
Was it in Ragna's? She was like panhandling or something.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah, like she's just here. And she seems like the most fun character, but she's not like part of like the
No, not
overarching
really.
weird plot shit.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah. She's also doing pretty good against you.
She's doing okay.
I know you're still winning,
Yeah.
but like she's doing
I don't
her
think
best.
she's doing good. She's doing all right. Like,
Yeah. There you go. Doing pretty good.
Eh. We did notice that, and I haven't been losing as Rochelle, so it's kind of like not 100% obvious, but when Rochelle loses, she doesn't, like, die. She doesn't pass out. She doesn't
Yeah,
fall
she
on the
doesn't-
ground. She reclines in her chair and just gives up.
What is going on here?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyways, like, yeah, she doesn't, like, lose consciousness or anything. She just sort of, like, sits down and is like, I'm done with this. Like, it's not a health meter, it's a boredom meter.
Yeah, it's like she just gives up after her
Yeah.
health is gone. She's like, no, I don't care enough anymore. Ronin
So are we
God,
gonna get
Fortune favors
any
the bold.
dialogue? Because if it's gonna be literally just Carl, it's like, come
Yeah,
on,
it
give
feels
us some
like-
more,
it feels
give
like
us some
some
more
stuff.
hints.
It feels like it's coming in, yeah.
Here he comes. I forgot he did this sometimes.
He's so slow.
Yeah, but I'd
You
hate
can't
to
even
interrupt
see the
you.
kite. Like,
Eh,
I don't know who he's doing that for.
for himself. He's
I
a
guess.
ninja and he's a little bit of
okay.
like a Sentai dude. So like he's putting on a show because he's that kind of guy.
Yeah, I guess.
I like this character, by the way. Like he just seems fun. Like the stuff he does seems it's showy for the sake of being showy, and it's like, yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he hasn't really gotten any dialogue in with people.
No, not really, yeah.
Yeah, what we noticed with him is that he can set nails in like,
Oh, yeah,
the
no,
middle
he-
of the sky.
Like, none of the AI has done it thus far, but he can totally set nails down and use them.
Yeah, is that just too hard for the AI to figure
It might
out?
just be too hard for the AI to figure
Yeah,
out.
like he can set nails up and then bounce off of them.
Yeah, and those can be super useful because when we've done like one-on-one matches with
Mm-hmm.
it, we've jumped off of the nails and gone all over the fucking stage against one another.
Yeah, but he never uses it.
No, not really.
This game, I've noticed, does in general like have more like things you can just put on the screen than any other fighting game I've seen that isn't Smash. And it's not the same as Smash because things just fall out of the sky for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, is that like normal in other games?
It depends. It's a specific type of character that does that.
Yeah, but
It's,
there's a lot of characters, like, she's got her lightning rods, and he's got nails.
It's like a character that has to. It's called setup. It's if a character has setup, it's a very specific thing. And in the case of
I'm
this,
sorry I'm distracting you.
it's fine. In the case of this, yes, there's a lot of characters in this game that just have setup for some strange reason.
Yeah, like, this game is set up heavy.
Oh fuck! Sorry.
It's okay.
Yes, this game is set up
sorry
heavy.
I'm being distracting.
It's okay.
Yeah, like, other games, they put emphasis on other things instead. like, I don't even know the terminology for the different things, and I haven't played every game thoroughly enough to tell you the differences, but it feels like, yeah, like this has a lot of setup. Skullgirls had a lot of... I don't know if the weird parasite gimmick really counts as being it's like a separate
story.
thing. Yeah, like, but what else? The Soul Calibur seemed to work a lot on just basics, was the vibe I got off of it.
Soul Calibur is a very generic 3D fighter. It's actually not that basic. It's got a lot of weird buttons, and honestly, we don't play to it, but there's, hold on.
Ew.
There is
Ew.
stuff that we do in Soul Calibur, or rather, the stuff that we don't do in Soul Calibur. It's got a very weird blocking system with like breaks and recovers and blocks and all this other weird shit going on.
Okay.
Soul Calibur is just a generic 3D fighter, though. It's not really like basic, but it is.
I mean, like,
it's
a lot
weird.
of Soul Calibur seems to work from fluid motions without them being like setups or combos, is what I meant.
A little bit.
Because I thought that's what those were called, were basics.
Who the hell are you?
You press a button with maybe like one motion or something.
Well, sure, whatever.
So this is how you
But anyways, we're not going to be able to select Gene as the next guy we play because we've done him.
No, yeah.
Are you listening to me?
This is not
Okay.
There can
It
be
could
This
be
is
no
vague as
other
hell.
Conclusion.
someone else is interfering.
Hmm.
I feel caught.
Gee.
I require
Is that
tea. And
one
a
of
scone as well.
her potatoes?
Do not forget to put the Devonshire cream
I
on the side.
think Gee is the umbrella? No, it's
Gee is
the
the potato.
So the other one's the umbrella.
You're little
Okay.
more than an angry dog.
So he doesn't know her, but she knows him, which seems
I
to be true of a
guess.
lot of
I will
things.
play with you until my tea
Yeah,
is prepared.
yeah. And you keep calling her Rachel, but that's not her name. Like it's not spelled the same. It's Rochelle.
I've seen... Okay, so there's like a million ways to spell Rachel that all sound the same, and
Don't come near me.
honestly, the Rachel versus Rochelle is not based on spelling. Any more than Megan versus Megan versus Megan is based on spelling. It's entirely what did your parents say when they were addressing you.
Yeah. I guess.
Like Rachel or Rochelle, if it was with a Q, it would be Raquel, and I think that's the only one that's really distinct.
Ugh, I hate this. This is already getting to be too much of an ass. Like pain.
Yeah, well, it's Gene.
Yeah, Gene is just like super OP, even when I'm not
Yeah.
the one fighting.
And he is incredibly mobile.
Wait. Is he the super version of Gene?
I don't
Is this
know.
like a serious boss that I just didn't notice? I thought this was just normal Gene, but he's freezing me with like.
I don't
wait a
remember.
minute.
Well, when we were playing training, and it was me against you, and you were playing Gene, like I could not get anything in.
Well, yeah, but that's because Gene's just super good
Yeah.
either way. Like
I do
I don't know
remember,
what the
though.
fuck is up with Gene and his stupid fucking ice cars being as good as they are.
You can jump over them with the wind.
Yeah, I know, but like you have to be very careful about how you do it too. Like there's a lot of stuff going on that's a little more intricate than just you can just jump over it. It's like
Well,
kinda, but you got to be careful about it because he still has a lot of the ice shit that he can throw.
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Like I'm not particularly careful with jumps though. I just
Yeah,
jump
I
a
know.
lot. So it's one of the things I noticed was that if you're inclined to be jumping, if that's your strategy, a lot of his stuff is dodgeable.
Oh god.
And she has the wind, and she can do quite a bit of jumping with it.
Oh, fuck off, Gene. Check this shit out. He's really just...
Yeah.
he's freezing me non-stop. What a
Yeah,
dick.
he is very much
Oh.
the broken dude.
Fucking ass. Like...
All right.
Ugh.
So the rule is like, I mean, you don't have
I think
to
it's
pass it to me.
2. It's 2 and then we stop. Or we cut after we do 2.
All right.
I remember that. I remember that rule.
You
he
don't
is
have to
close enough to
pass
the
to
end
me.
that this might actually be a boss version of him.
What?
Oh, shit.
What?
So here's the problem that I have with this port, right?
What?
Here's the problem that I have with this port. If you hit start and you've got one controller attached, like that, it considers it a second controller out of nowhere. So hitting start to skip anything will cause it, in this case anyway, to determine that a second player has come in.
Okay.
So I guess we'll see you guys in a little bit, because now we need to run through everything all over again.
Oh my god.
Rebel 3, action!
Here.
Eat this. Don't come near me.
There.
George the 13th. Don't come near me.
Serious Pearson.
I wish they wouldn't do their soundbite on every single.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
If you're doing the same thing twice in a row, it shouldn't just restart their dialogue bit.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying, I'm noticing.
They do have different ones for certain ones, but like still, like not every time, man.
Yeah.
Now let's take care of it. Don't come near me. Don't come near me. Don't come near me. Sword Island. Barton Lily. Don't come near me. Don't come near me. George the 13th. Don't come near me. That was an attack.
I guess you can kill George, right?
Yeah. Well, you can poof him away, assuming it's the same George every time.
Assuming, yeah.
That it's like a demon frog and not just a frog.
Yeah.
George the 13th.
Whoa.
Don't come near me. Rampage. It's off now. Smoke. Now.
Alright.
Now. Sword Island. Now. Counter. Now let's take care of it. Go now.
Okay, I'm trying to focus, but like I think this might be the one.
Yeah, I
coming
think
back.
we're doing it.
I don't want to jinx it though.
Yeah.
Don't come near me. Don't come near me. Now they can climb up.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
does that
okay.
work?
Yeah,
Does that count?
that counts. It counts.
All
We won.
right, all right. You cheesed him out.
Just an
A little
ordinary
bit.
girl.
All right. Oh, and she's having her tea.
Yeah.
Not bad for a lapdog.
Cool.
Oh
Okay.
my, because he's a lapdog of the state. Oh no. Now I gotta fight haku-men.
Oh, good luck.
So what's the rule? We do 2 and then we cut if it takes more than that.
I
right?
thought the rule was if you lose, I try, and if I lose, we cut.
Yeah. Do you want to try after this?
I don't know. Like you're better with this character,
Okay, then
but
we'll do
like
2.
if you're tired of it, like I am willing to take over at any time.
That's fine.
Well,
We'll
this
see.
is quite a surprise. What brings
It's never
you
too
here
quiet for tea. What does that even mean?
early?
Oh,
Do they know each
I-
other?
my watch
I
begs to differ.
don't know, I
Perhaps yours
guess.
is simply slow.
I never thought you would intrude. You do know what your presence before me means, correct?
Of course. I'm here to laugh
this
in your
is-
face, Harlequin.
Oh, he's
He's a
Harley
clown.
Quinn.
Sure.
Secretly, he's been the Joker's girlfriend all
I
along.
never thought I'd see the
so-
day where you would try to make a fool of me.
This is they know each other. Like what is this?
Yeah,
This is so vague.
Probably.
I am the white void.
I am the cold steel.
Nothing
I am the
personnel.
just sword with blade in hand. Shall I
We've made
lead
that
the
joke.
sins
I
of
know we
war?
have.
Yeah,
Plunge into
probably.
the fires of destruction.
God, what a
I am
fucking pompous
Haku-men,
dick.
the
Yeah,
end
I hope she just says something to shit with it.
I
Oh,
hope
no?
she
Nothing
does too.
else?
No, nothing.
Okay, so we did training against him. Well, you did.
Yeah.
That was at the point where we concluded that he was
Yeah.
like you're the one who's going to do it, and we decided he was the one you were going to train against. We set him up in training mode with like the computer up to 100.
Yep.
So
I don't
you're-
think I'm actually going to be able to do this, though. He does seem way rougher than he was the last
yeah,
time.
like there were probably other settings we were supposed to activate.
Already. Yeah, probably.
But there is something I noticed, and if it comes up, I'm gonna point it out. So I'm waiting. Almost. It was a George the 13th related thing. It was a frog thing. Oh, well, there it was too. Okay, so like when he's electrocuted, like everyone has a unique like
unique
electrocution
sorta
skeleton.
Skeleton? Yeah.
I think he's a robot under there.
You think so?
Because it looks like he's got it looks like he's got either a bunch of weird joints or some weird spirit circles over him.
Oh,
but he
well,
doesn't
yeah,
have
well, he does have the
bones.
spirit circles is his thing.
Yeah, but they're in his like knees and shit.
Oh, maybe.
Like if you, next time you do it, I'm just going to try and
Oh, shit.
I'm not trying to tell you to
I
delay
know,
try and do
I know,
certain things, but like
you are distracted because you're pointing it out, and I'm like,
yeah,
oh, I
yeah,
wanna
no,
see.
but like his Skeleton is different. You'll see it when you edit this video later.
Probably.
Oh, you see it? Like
Yeah,
he's got
I
like
know,
a weird
I know,
yin
I
yang.
can see it. It's not important for me to see it
Yeah.
right now, though.
Yeah, but you were safe from it for a sec. So
Yeah, but I gotta capitalize on that because I can still
Yeah.
hit him when he's being shocked.
yeah,
Like,
I know. But now that you've seen it, you don't have to pay attention to it anymore. All I was just saying was either he's
Okay.
a robot under there, or his armor is strong enough that the electricity doesn't get through
Oh,
it.
fuck.
Either way, they made him a specific set of sprites for that are not as cartoon skeleton like it is for all the obviously human characters.
Yeah.
Also nice. Also, in case people didn't realize, during the cut we switched costumes. This is her
at some
default.
point.
The pink is not her normal. Her default color scheme is this. And because we've played as some of the other color schemes, because, okay, so it's based on what button you press when you select the character.
Yeah.
And it's gotta be square to get the normal, which is not something we would have expected. We would have expected X.
Yeah.
But either way, this color scheme has the most variety to it. The others are themed in a way that everything's kind of the same, like either everything's dark or everything's pink or whatever. But the variation of color in her normal is way wider than in her recolors.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just found it weird because I had forgotten that George the 13th was a green froggy. Because
Yeah,
he's
and
normally
he's pink in her
yeah, and the other thing, he's pink, but so is the cat and the bat, and everything else is all pink. And now we're saying, oh, it's like pink and purple and red and black.
He timed me out, that fucking dick.
Okay.
Oh, what a fucking cock.
George tried to help.
Okay, that's one. I'll do a second one.
Okay.
And then we'll just start cutting there.
Yeah.
Please select your
God.
character,
Like the
Rachel
most
Alucard.
annoying character. Not
Yeah.
Rachel, just haku-men in general.
Rachel's a little annoying in the way
So
she plays.
also something that we noticed because of the button thing that I had made a mention of,
Uh-huh.
I think, in the last one.
Enjoy a cup of tea.
You can't skip this, and holding start or even touching start during it activates the
yeah, like I
here comes a
swear
new
we had
challenger.
skipped it in some other way
I
before.
think we have. I think if the second controller is plugged in, which it is not right now,
We're gonna fix
because
that
we
later.
forgot to at the beginning. Yeah, but if the second controller is plugged in, I don't think it actually goes into Here Comes a New Challenger. But if you don't have a second controller plugged in and you hit start, it declares that a second player has activated.
And then it basically cuts you out of story mode and turns it into just a versus?
Yeah, which is great because, for real, there's no second controller. Why would it think that a second controller had activated?
Yeah, you said
And
that
when
you
the
had
second
looked this
controller
up.
is in, it doesn't activate.
You said you looked up that there's
Yes,
just
there's some
with this.
issues with the port of this game.
Because this is on Steam.
This is on Steam. The original version is, well, there's an arcade game technically, but I don't think that's actually...
Yeah, but the console version
Yeah.
was ported to Steam, and that
From-
some of the things have issues.
From, I think, PS3, and yes, people completely agree, 100%, there are massive issues with this version of the game.
Like you said, the inputs aren't always perfect.
Inputs aren't always perfect, there's frame rate issues, there's
yeah,
issues
we've had
with
some
balance.
issues during our practice session.
Balance in the game seems to be really messed up for no reason. There is some stuff that involves things like what we're seeing. Well, not what we're seeing right now, but what we were seeing earlier, where hitting start does the problem stuff. That is some
Is the
continued
AI
issue.
normally kind of overzealous?
I don't think it usually is. I think that's actually something that just happens in the port, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Okay. But yeah, we got this for, I think it was $3
It was
on Steam
$3,
during
which
a
isn't
sale.
too bad. Yeah.
So yeah.
So we can't
whatever.
really complain that much.
And it's a very pretty game.
Yeah, and it's a really good game. Honestly, when it's not having problems, I love BlazBlue. BlazBlue's great.
Yeah, it's actually the first time we picked it up, we were like, oh, this is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's super nice.
It's just that it's got little things that we didn't notice right away that people have documented that it just has some issues. How many of those issues are controller related?
Quite a few, in all fairness.
And that makes sense for a port from a console.
It has nothing to do with controllers on PC or anything like that.
the controller isn't the problem.
No, the controller's
It's the
not
way
the
they
problem.
ported
It's that the game itself is kind of... I'm not going to say it's a lazy port, because I don't actually know if it's a lazy port. but it feels like a lazy port. It feels like that's the problem.
Okay, you timed them out. That's cool.
Yeah, because like as an example, for those of you who don't know, some game companies, like some developers, will make very, very lazy ports when they port from console to actual stuff. Ubisoft is well known for being one of the worst when it comes to that.
This isn't Ubisoft.
This is not Ubisoft,
right?
no.
They didn't localize it or anything.
No, I'm just using them as an example for like
Okay.
really bad ports.
Okay, I just wanted to point out.
Yeah, no,
just an
Ubisoft is awful when it comes to that. They're like well known for being some of the worst, to the point where like people have cracked their code open, and literally in the code it says, "Who cares? This is the PC version."
Oh my god.
Right? Like having people figure that out is probably awful for the people working in the actual company to see.
Yeah.
Like that probably is extra annoying.
Yeah. That's like also the frame rate issues. Like when we did our practice session, we had to restart your computer to make it work properly.
There are some massive frame rate issues in this game, and they are made even worse if you have literally anything running in the background at all. The PC that I have is actually not that bad. It's
we
not
built this
brand
earlier
new,
this
but
year.
It's from earlier
It's
this
pretty
year.
new.
It's
we made it in
not
like March.
super beefy, but it's beefy enough. It's not the best, but it's damn good.
Damn, you did it.
Yeah, and it should be able to run almost anything.
Yeah,
and then when
how
it comes to
dare
this, though, it's
Grimalkin?
all kinds of fucked
I
up.
feel like I've heard that name in other things.
Behind all of this.
Isn't a Grimalkin like
I don't know what it is.
a vampire, right?
I don't know. I feel like
I
I've
would assume
heard
it would be like it's kin, so it would be like family and then Grimal, which
No,
could be
no,
like,
I feel like I've heard it used as just a word.
I think I've heard Grimalkin used for vampires exclusively. Maybe I'm wrong.
I have no idea.
I swear to God, I've heard it too, though. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, but anyways, there's someone else who's involved in interfering.
Yeah,
And I don't
this
think
one,
she's
or-
referring to New 13, who we're
Oh
about
no!
to
I
fight.
think he was talking to us. Like, how dare you?
Yeah,
interfere.
but then Rachel was like, "Oh, so she's behind this."
Oh well.
So
maybe
I don't
it's just
know.
her. Who knows? It's
I don't think
I forget
New
her name.
13's
Is it New?
behind
Yeah,
anything.
New 13. Yeah.
I think she's probably a victim of some sort.
Sheol Gate.
There she comes.
Is she gonna assume that we're a friend, or is she gonna hate us?
Oh, we're gonna fight her regardless.
Potentially.
Oh, poor potato.
Poor little potato.
Complete.
Oh, she immediately went into her fucking.
Oh yeah,
robot
no,
form.
she's not gonna try and like flirt with you like she would with Ragna.
She's only done that with Ragna so far.
Yeah, kind of creepy when she did too.
Ooh, alternate histories.
And this is where it shall meet its end.
Okay.
All of that will be over.
Scanning.
None of this is actually answering any questions.
No, just that there is alternate history. So this is an alternate timeline related thing.
Yeah, this is the convergence of timelines, is this moment. They're doing that thing where it's like, oh, it's a fighting game, so whoever wins is the one that wins.
I guess, but
It's kind of like the ending for Double and Skullgirls, sort
a
of.
little bit. I did actually
But
have
less
somebody
meta.
point out, by the way, that like the ending of Double in Skullgirls is still something that the creators never really explained.
Well, I remember hearing, I think it was when we were checking things in the wiki or something, that like there were characters that would have been DLC that would have had
Oh my
storyline
God,
to
she's
them.
kicking my ass.
That would have explained a lot, but then they weren't voted in for DLC by the patrons or something.
Probably. I'm probably the one who pointed that out to you. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it might have been. But, like, that's... I mean, I guess that's what happens when your game's on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Like, you want to put in a character, but then everyone wants the other character. But it's weird with Skullgirls, because, like, the ones that got in were like, okay,
Ah, she ruined me.
like, Big
the
Band... Big Band had, like, bits where he was tied into some plot characters that could have gone somewhere, maybe.
Yeah.
And Eliza's kind of like her own plot entirely, but it does feel like it just fits into the lore. But then you got, like, I mean, we haven't done it yet, but Robo Fortune? Like, what is that?
Her storyline's a little weird. It kind of... What the fu... Okay, this has been happening to me. I'm holding back and it's not actually blocking.
I don't know, maybe that explains why I'm so bad at blocking.
No. It's just
But you
in
do
this
have
game,
the barrier
so
on
I
the,
doubt
what is
it.
it, like R2?
Yeah, but that doesn't help. I can't really barrier if I can't block, because you gotta block the barrier.
You have to do both at once?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's how
forgot
barrier
that.
works.
I forgot that.
Yeah, you hold back, and when you're holding back, you hit the barrier button. So you have to be blocking to make the barrier work.
Okay, that's...
Oh,
annoying.
she is absolutely ruining me right now.
Yeah.
There's no way. I do not think I'm going to be able to get this. I'm
Yeah,
going to try,
it'll be okay.
but like...
It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Even if you don't get
I
it, it's
didn't
like it's
get
still
it.
gonna be okay. So
Alright.
one more try, and if you don't get it on this
Okay.
try, we do cuts.
Okay.
And like I said, I can be the one to do it at any point.
No, it's fine. It's just like... I don't want to have to sit through all of the dialogue a million times.
Yeah. And
Like,
the
that's my biggest
temptation to
issue.
press start is so
Oh my
strong.
god, it's so fucking strong. You have no idea.
Yeah. Well, anyways, it's like the stuff with doubles ending in Skullgirls, but this was not a this wasn't a Kickstarter.
Oh,
game.
fuck no.
No.
This is a game that was on, like, PlayStation 3. It's also Japanese. You can't do Japanese Kickstarters.
They don't have their own version?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Also, if you are Japanese, you cannot put things up on Kickstarter. Your company has to be an American company.
Okay. Sure.
Which also means I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do it unless you have established your group in America and you are from Canada, for instance. I know that is how some groups have hit other groups for Kickstarter money. Is like as an example, there's a game called Chroma Squad, which is like Super Sentai related, and it's from, I think, Argentina is where the actual group is, but I could be wrong. And Saban tried to hit that group because they were not from an American company, and therefore were not actually allowed to like pick up Kickstarter money. Mind you, Saban never would have picked up anything from that at all. I don't know.
You're going to have to explain this better.
I'll explain it better. I can't when I'm doing this. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, anyways, what I was saying, that was quite a tangent.
Yeah, sorry.
This is not a Kickstarter game. If they wanted something in the game, it would have been in the game, unless there was like, executive deadlines and budgets stopping them. But I'm under the impression that every character who is in here is intended to be, and that like the plot might not be super clear cut, but that it will be explained. And like, yes, there's alternate timelines, and that they converge at the boss battle.
Well, I think that's
at
the
the
main.
end.
I think that's the main fucking like idea. I don't think any of them converge. I think that the game is aware of the concept of like, and it does it
Rachel's
really
aware.
well. No, where it's just literally like, hey, this game is just about alternate timelines converging. I think that's why Jin's crazy. I think I put forth this theory a while ago, but I don't remember.
That he gets progressively weirder through
Yeah,
the
like as
stuff.
the timelines go on, like because for some strange reason
He
he's
doesn't
aware.
remember Rachel in this version of
He
it.
kinda did.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
it's confusing, and it feels like we're definitely not supposed to get the whole thing until we've played as everyone.
Yeah.
But I highly doubt we're going to get to the end and it'll still be confusing. At least not in the same way. I'm sure it's going to be anime confusing.
Oh, fuck.
Like, something's going to be an allegory for Jesus, but it's going to be done from a perspective of someone who doesn't know what Jesus is. And then, like,
maybe. Oh my
like
God.
everyone turns out to be your mom
Okay.
or something.
All right. I'm gonna cut here.
Okay.
So see you guys in a little bit. I don't want to jinx this, but I think I might be doing it here. So sit up. Oh man, here we go.
Yes!
Yeah!
Holy shit, that took a
Holy
while.
shit. So for those of you watching, this
I
video
was-
is probably about 45 minutes, and I think that the recording for this is like 3.5 hours.
We should play again, but perhaps in a different form.
Oh god.
Okay, I've been waiting for this.
I turn
Not gonna press the button at all.
and a lone girl is standing there.
Okay, who's the girl?
With eyes
Is it
like
us?
jade, she stares
I
at me.
don't know. Green eyes in
I
a
don't
dress
know
like that.
who has-
Wasn't that... Is that that's what Noelle was wearing in her ending, isn't it?
I don't remember, but it's probably...
That's
probably
Noelle.
Noelle.
That's Noelle.
She's only drank one person's blood? Okay.
So, yeah, well, she's part of the
That's
family
probably
Alucard.
Jean, so I'm just gonna say...
Maybe.
I'm just gonna say that's probably what was...
Yeah. Oh, there's Ragna.
The blood edge. Shit!
Sweet sin.
So she drank Ragna's blood.
What the fuck was Noelle doing there, though?
I don't know.
Endless story. Begin.
Imaginary space is crime and punishment, by the way.
Yeah. I don't know what just happened. Okay, so I'm going to give everyone a rundown on the, 2 hours we spent literally just trying to fight New.
Yeah.
So, Josh did it a bunch and cussed a lot, and
Yeah,
then
sorry. I mean,
I
you're never
did it
gonna
a bunch.
hear it,
I
but-
told him, yeah, I'll just do it for a while. Maybe I'll be able to figure something out. And then we relayed back and forth a while, and we had to keep, pointing things out to each other for strategy. What wound up working in the end was that Josh cheaped her out by, sitting in the corner and tossing toads at her.
Yeah, so
and she was
I
kind of falling for it.
I was just turtling in the corner, blocking. It took us 3 hours to figure out sitting in the corner, blocking while throwing at a frog.
Okay,
and
so the thing
continuing to
is,
block.
you started off, and it worked for most of the other characters, throwing out lightning rods.
Yeah.
And we realized that not only do they have kind of an arrow hitbox, but she, for some reason, can block them.
Yeah, she has a weird thing where when you're actually hitting her with the lightning, it seems like even though the lightning should do, I think it's 10 consecutive hits or something like that.
I don't know, but
she
it's
takes
pretty good.
2 or 3 and then walks away.
Yeah, she shields and then bounces out of them.
She doesn't even shield half the time. She just falls out of the lightning's hitbox.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? How? Why?
What my strategy was to use Rachel's wind to get up into the air and toss a toad, and it goes a little farther when you do that, and then trying to position myself so I'm on the other side of her from the toad. It walks up on her and then baps her, and I hit her a few times. And it was kind of working. I got a few actual wins in, but not enough to actually get her the twice we need to win.
Yeah.
We combined that with a lot of things that Josh does, because, I'm sure it's been brought up many times, but I very rarely guard in fighting games. It's pressing back just doesn't feel correct to me. It's weird. I just don't. So, he actually, times things and guards things and is, consistent with throwing out moves and stuff. And I was, kind of using a lot of maneuverability stuff. And between the two of those things, we kind of worked stuff out. In the end, it still turned into him just sitting in a corner and throwing toads.
Just toading her. Just tossing the frogs out and hoping that they hit her.
George the 13th, is, the MVP.
Yeah, George...
He wins.
We didn't win that. George the 13th is the one who won that fight.
Yeah.
He deserves the super form or whatever.
So who are we playing next?
I have no idea. Ragna the Blood.
No. I mean, okay, so we've played as all the characters who are non-bosses who seem relevant.
Well,
the only one who got dialogue other than, New and Jean, who we've played already, was Carl.
I wonder if Carl might be the next one in the list. Because we did figure out that it seems to kind of do a swing, and I don't know who the next one is, but I'm going to guess that it's probably Carl.
Yeah, I think it might
If
be.
it is, we'll check when we actually get the character select. For those of you who maybe aren't aware, I don't want to hit start right now. Because if I hit start and it goes over into here comes a new challenger, we might not get what we would get for the end of this.
Is there stuff at the end of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
You get the
It's been a while.
Not the gift, the prize, I guess, for beating through arcade mode, which is the super version of the character.
Oh yeah, is that why we didn't get it for Jean?
We didn't get it for Jean because I turned off auto-saving, and I don't know why I turned it off. I just turned it off for some strange reason.
I don't know why you would have done that.
Yeah, I literally have no idea why. There it is. Unlimited Rochelle is now playable.
Rachel.
Sorry, I've been calling her Rochelle this entire time.
Yeah, no, the announcer calls her Rachel.
Okay, so here's one more cut, and we will see you guys in just 1 second.
Okay. Alright.
The problem was that we started the game without having both of them plugged in.
Yeah, whoops.
Yeah, oh well. So I got that, and Megan's second player, I'm first player, and we'll deal.
Yeah. So, which of us will be Rachel?
I'll be Rachel.
Also, Carl's here.
Oh yeah. So the next is actually
pattern-
Taokaka?
If we went in that pattern you thought was I don't think there was a pattern.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'd be cool with doing Taokaka, though. She's
Oh yeah,
not
no,
too bad.
she's okay. I'm gonna
We
be
started
Carl
here,
for
went
this.
here, went up here, now we went over here, and now
Yeah.
I feel like Taokaka, and then Carl after that is probably
Yeah, because
fine.
Taokaka's gonna be fun. She
Yeah.
controls nicely.
Yeah, she does.
Don't be unlimited yet.
Oh, okay, then I'll just do like
Yeah, we're gonna do
a
one with
normal
this, and then
Rachel.
I'll play as someone who we can do better.
Okay.
Does it matter which
No,
one?
I don't care.
Okay.
I'm the one selecting it.
Okay.
But no, I don't really care.
But yeah, I'm gonna play as him because he's gonna be the next one.
All right.
Possibly?
Well, how about we do a Patreon poll?
Yeah.
So, for those of you who don't know, our Patreon is Hundera, and sometimes we throw up polls. So
if we just don't know what to
Yeah.
do, it'll be like, hey, what do you guys want to see?
yeah, because we kind of do that if we just don't know what to
Yeah.
do.
Prepare to fire.
I kept looking at your side of the screen thinking that
Yeah,
was
you
me.
shouldn't. You shouldn't do that.
Fire. Prepare to fire.
I don't know how to play as Carl, so this is just me trying to, like, feel him out.
Get up with a grip.
Yeah, that's fair. We noticed that Rachel says pervert an awful lot.
Yeah,
For some
sometimes
weird
it's, I think
reason.
it's, okay, so this might not be true, but I think it's tied to a specific,
No. She does
a
it for other
specific
attacks
button.
too.
No, like,
Oh, for specific buttons.
yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, like, if you do circle attacks, it involves her wings and her skirt. So she's like, she calls you a pervert because she's doing skirt-based attacks.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that was quick.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's because I'm only playing him to feel him out.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
So X controls the sister.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing that triangle attacks have a wider range than others.
Yeah.
Prepare to fire. Next time. Prepare to fire. I'm still on fire. Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up. Now get to work. Go. Ada, play with me. Prepare to fire. Play with me. Next time. Prepare to fire. Prepare to fire.
Yeah.
Get a grip.
I'm doing a little better.
A little bit.
I'm like hitting you at least.
Oh, shut up. Ada, oh, shut up. Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up.
So I want to see. Okay, what do I do to make her work? Okay, that's kind of an attack.
Play with me.
Oh, that just warped her to me. I don't know how to make the doll work.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're gonna win this because we don't like. Carl's a mystery.
Oh no, I'm getting hit though. Oh,
What are you doing
what's
with?
happening?
What are you doing these like weird voices for?
You should be ashamed.
I don't because I was letting you do it, and then I remembered we've got to do one more round after this. So fuck
Yeah,
it.
and I'm gonna probably play as Noelle because she's like easier.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh fuck! I actually did die.
That's because you let me have some free hits in.
Yeah, all right, that's fair.
Carl
I was thinking about a
wins.
thing, and then I was like, no, wait, it's a bad move.
Prepare to fire. Prepare to fire.
Okay, just sort of seeing what she does when I do stuff.
Yeah, and remember that she does take damage, in all fairness.
Yeah, but she comes back after a while.
Prepare to fire.
Yeah, if you're working with the damage dealing thing, yeah.
Play with me. Counter. Next time. Endure it. It hurts. You should be ashamed.
Yeah.
Ada! Now get to work. Counter.
Yeah, there goes the pumpkin.
Yeah, I got the pumpkin out.
Not over yet. Ada! Oh, shut up. Oh, shut
Let
up.
me get her to. She warped to me once.
On your knees.
I can't figure out how to get her back.
Endure.
Whatever.
Get a grip.
Okay.
Shocking!
Won't stop me. Feel the emotion? Storm.
What did that even do?
I don't know. Maybe it was something involving the doll.
Prepare to fire.
Am I supposed to be right up on you, maybe? Oh, here she
know.
comes.
Endure.
Oh god. Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
I
I
was
don't know
trying
how
to-
Carl works.
I was trying to do a thing, but it wasn't coming out, so I just kind of gave
Okay.
up.
So then we're going to do an unlimited.
Yeah,
And
I'll
I'm
go
not
with
being
unlimited
him.
Rachel.
What was it? Start?
No, it's the taunt button, so it's L1. There
Okay.
you go.
Rachel Alucard.
So now you're
Alright.
selecting. Go ahead and just hit random.
Alright. So this is a real fight.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of.
Sort of. I mean, we're both unlimited characters, so, like...
Yeah.
I don't know what Rachel's unlimited is, though.
Oh yeah,
so
I forget
don't
what
know.
Noelle's is.
I guess we'll just have to figure it out.
Have we met before?
Yeah, Halloween, I get it.
Quite energetic today.
Yeah, it's very Halloween right now.
Yeah.
This is actually Rachel's stage, now that I think about it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Rebel 1.
So, let's see if it affects my wind. It does not affect my wind. Whatever the fuck it is. Oh god. Oh no. Oh god, no. Fuck. Okay, good.
Feels good to not be
Yeah,
Rachel or
yeah.
Carl.
What? Oh, okay. No? What? Hold on. Pause.
Pause?
There's... Okay, I can do that?
Mm-hmm.
There's no George the 13th in this form. I don't have any George the 13th anymore.
Oh. How is that an unlimited form if we're out of George?
I don't know.
I need, like, I mean, you're playing as
I
him,
need
but,
my
like, I kind of
George.
need George.
Yeah.
He's
No good
our
without
boy.
George.
Yeah, I kind of, like,
Yeah,
I mean,
honestly,
the one
it's
thing
not
that,
worth it.
oh man, look at that.
Yeah,
Why am I
her
able to do
your
that?
combos are insane in your unlimited form.
Yeah. Why was that a thing I could do? That was
What were you
ridiculous.
saying then?
But like the one thing that was really nice about us having to play this game for like 3 hours of losing
It was
is that
George
George
looks
is
really
cute.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, just a shout out to whoever sprited that. I mean, this game's got beautiful sprites, but George the 13th is the cutest damn frog. Even if his legs aren't really anatomically frog-like.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, like it doesn't
Nobody
matter.
care.
I kind of care, but he's still cute.
Yeah, it's also a really useful attack, so like taking him out feels like a really bad move.
Yeah. Are you absolutely sure you can't use it?
Yeah, I'm doing the
Oh.
motion for him.
Why?
I don't know.
Why would they do?
I don't know.
Is there like a form of her that's a boss and she never uses George because it would be unfair or something?
Maybe.
Because the bosses are usually super unfair.
Maybe. I don't know.
Is he still on your command list?
I'll check real quick.
Yeah, this is important.
Yeah.
Sorry to pause in the
Yeah,
middle,
no,
but it's important.
this is important.
He's still on the thing.
Okay, yeah. That would be a quarter circle.
I want to say that's
forward
square.
with A. Okay, give me just a second to check.
Yeah.
Terrible. Play with him.
Oh yeah, there's a George. Okay, so
He's
he's just
glowing,
not.
too.
He's not at the same like level that he was in the other one. Though.
Is he
it
just-
doesn't work. It's not the same motion, which is just kind of weird more than anything.
I think he lasts longer.
Oh, he's not going away. He's just sticking around.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
It would be kind of unfair if you could pull him out because he just stays. He had more than one shock too. That was
Yeah,
pretty
okay,
good.
Unlimited George.
Yeah, if you can get him out, Unlimited George is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Get over here. Play with him.
You can't fight that George. He doesn't do it. He's got a lot more fucking armor than the other versions of George do.
Okay. I'm not sure what makes Noelle unlimited other than combos.
Your combos are better. That's what it is.
There might be something else we
that's
haven't
super
noticed.
useful. No, apparently it is. I saw some people talking about it in the comments. I guess it is actually her combos, and it is like
Yeah, these are
massively
insane.
unfair.
These are like I was basically just like a fucking Tasmanian devil of
Yeah,
gun.
I can't quite get whatever Rachel's unlimited is. It seems like maybe her wind was coming
Unlimited
back
George.
faster, but that was the only thing. No, and it's George's emotion, and after he got killed, I couldn't bring him back. So I think he's just gone if he dies now. It's confusing.
Oh, that's probably there's probably some other maybe it's
Maybe.
meter.
Maybe. All right. What do you got left to say?
I don't know. Wow, this was a weird long session.
Yeah,
You're
this
not
was a
going to
super
have to
long
deal
session.
with the
No one's gonna have to
frustrations.
see, thank God. But
Yeah, New 13 continues to be broke as fuck.
why the fuck is New 13 so broken?
She's the final boss.
I guess.
Fuck if I know. Rachel's become slightly less confusing to us, but not by much. Is Ragna a vampire?
Ragna might be a vampire.
Ragna might
I
be a
guess.
vampire, or he's a
his
blood
blade,
edge
his sword does take health when he uses it.
when he buffs with it.
No. It when you use his normals with his sword, he takes health from the opponent.
Oh God, is that in every form or just as
That's
unlimited?
every form.
Oh God, I never know.
That yeah. You didn't notice, and I keep pointing it out, but
He's got-
every
his
one of his
sword
normals
is a
that pulls
vampire,
the sword
okay.
out, anything that has those weird little red balls that pull out and then come back to him.
Okay.
Though that
All right.
just fucking
Damn.
it returns his health.
Don't know what Noelle is doing
Yeah.
in that last scene
No
there.
idea.
But yeah, no, we're figuring it out someday. It's gonna turn out that Carl's doll is just another form of Noelle.
Maybe.
Could be.
Like a dead Noelle with a doll pieced up on top of it or something.
Like it's her brain in a robot body.
Oh God.
Who the
All right,
fuck knows?
I'm done.
Yeah,
Have
we're
a good
done.
night, everybody.
Have the best night.